Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Live call-in show. Let's get this money. It feels good going into this show when I put up a Thursday night bet. My first Thursday night bet of the year on Patreon. It will probably be my last. No promises. And thank the Ravens. I mean, that was a bad first half from them. And like I said on Instagram, they were lucky to even be winning at halftime, let alone up 8. So hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, man, I hear you guys complaining about cold. So it's getting to that time of the year where you guys feel that wind and you feel that cold air in your lungs. And I don't miss it one bit. What's up? What's up, North? What's up, Marine? What's up, Achilles? Yeah, man, ready to go tonight. Ready to go. I'm going to get through these Patreon questions. I'm going to try to do it in a more orderly fashion so they can go find it. But yeah, man, I'm ready to go this week. And I did the update video. So the update video was important because I know everyone's going to throw a lot of money on the 49ers. And I'm sure a lot of you guys did that last week. Last week, I had a strong lean the Texans would win. There wasn't a lot of science. I don't have any lean in the 49ers-Giants game. I'm just saying be careful because I like that game in other scenarios, like on the player prop show where we focused on Jackson Dart. So I feel like there's other stuff to do in that game, but I know no one's going to take my advice. I'm sure you guys will be slamming the 49ers, and I did my best to stop you like I did last week. What's up, Neek? What's up? Yeah, man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So let's get to the first Patreon question from Derek. My man, let's keep it going. Which one to two games would you take off this 7-point teaser, or do you like all these? So my first initial reaction when I saw this question last night was I didn't want to take any off, but let me see if I change my mind. KC plus 5.5, leave it. Rams minus 6.5, leave it. You're crossing the key number. I mean, that's brilliant. Detroit minus 1.5, keep it. Chargers minus 2.5, keep it. I mean, I don't know what odds they gave you for that Chargers one, but if you can put that on a teaser at minus 2.5, you have to, right? Green Bay minus 5.5. Absolutely love it. You crossed all the key numbers. I can't nitpick there. I wish I could nitpick and I wish I could sway you differently. I just can't. I can't on that teaser. I don't know if the chat has any alternative opinions, but I can't sway you wrong on that teaser. So Brandon Morgan says easy money. I wish that Ravens minus 7.5 was easy. It turned out to be easy, but I got, like I said, going into the show, like, we were lucky that the Ravens were even winning, let alone covering at the end of the first half. I felt like that was a good Dolphins performance in the first half. And I do think that game showed some troubling signs for the Ravens. Like, for instance, Lamar doesn't even look close to healthy, but like I that's not the main concern. The main concern is the Ravens defense. Like, that's obviously a huge concern. Cruiser says, Lawson, you the man, big dog status. Man, I'm hoping for another big week 9. We've been killing it, and this is the most humbling league in the world. So hoping this hot streak continues. And I'm really excited with what I'm going to put on Patreon tonight. Like I said, it's a little bit different from the Tuesday video. So I think we got some good plays. It might not be situations and spots you guys love, but I think you'll hear me out. And then, no one really liked the Tampa Bay spot last week. But, you talk about easy money. That was easy money, especially when it moved down to 3.5, which I was surprised about. I know there is always an upset. always. In your opinion, who has the best shot of an upset this week out of these teams? Chicago, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Arizona. I was thinking Chicago with Flacco being injured, but they're favored. But Chicago's favored though. So yeah, like all those teams are Arizona's not favored. I mean, I would say like Atlanta has a great shot in that list. Um, and Patriots is a game I'm going back and forth with. Like, I wouldn't put money on Atlanta to cover. I can just see a world where Atlanta is able to move the ball. And that's what I'm scared about. That's why like I'm kind of like 50-50 whether I want to put up the Patriots, because like I love the Patriots run defense, but I can see a world if Penix gets in a little bit of rhythm and confidence where this Patriots secondary gets exposed. But is Penix the guy to do it? Does he have enough confidence? Is this Atlanta offense line good enough at pass blocking to allow him? I mean, that's one thing that like kind of got discounted from that Falcons Dolphins game last week. It got discounted, like just how bad Atlanta was in the trenches. Like, I know they're getting healthier in the front seven, like Harrison's coming back on the defensive line. So like I think that'll help Atlanta's front seven, their run game against the Patriots. Patriots don't run the ball really well, and Atlanta's not giving up a lot of big plays on defense. Credit to them. And we know Drake May, he's hit more deep balls than anyone else in the league. Someone fact check me on that, but every single game I see Drake May hit 3 or 4 just deep balls. But we have to remember that's like most of the Patriots offense. Like that's like a lot of their offense. I'm worried about the Patriots running back position going into this game. Like Ramadre's out, right? Someone update me with the Friday injury report, because from what I was seeing earlier today, seems like he won't be playing. So a little bit worried about that. I would say Atlanta has the best chance at an upset, just because I can see a world where they move the football. Obviously Vegas does, but this Vegas team's a fucking wreck. Quite. I don't know about you guys, but this Vegas team is a fucking wreck. Freshness, we getting on the show today. Let me know. Freshness, do you want to come on, man? We haven't had you on in a while. Oh, Vivian, you're too generous. You're too generous. Thank you for the super chat. I assume you've been winning money. But yeah, I appreciate it, Vivian. And Freshness, we gotta get you on, man. We always can get you on, so I appreciate it. So yeah, man. And and with the live call-in show, I like doing it because like guys, sometimes like I get psyched out during the week, and I try not to respond to too many comments anymore, because sometimes like people make me nervous, because like people will ask, are you sure about this pick? Like, honestly, like there's no certainty when you're betting spreads, unfortunately. And last week should be proof to everyone. There's like no certainty in this league any second. D, you want to come on? Send me an email. Send me in my top over picks. I didn't see anything I liked a lot this week. I would go over on the Giants 49ers. I didn't see much I loved. I mean, maybe like I did change my mind about maybe a Titans Chargers over that 43. If it's still at 43, I would say like that goes over. But I really didn't like the totals this week. If I didn't do the video every week, like for instance, like I would have just like skipped the totals this week. I don't know about you guys, but I went over on a lot. Yvonne says, in what world do the Rams not cover the -14? Puka is back and the Saints is just horrible. I know it's against logic to bet double-digit spread, but I'm thinking it's a layup. Talk me through it. Okay, Yvonne, let me talk you through it. Here's why I think it's a layup, because I did the hard yards during preseason. And when I say hard yards, you guys do the work watching college football. You guys do the draft thing. You guys follow these guys in college and you watch college football. I do not watch college football. And I say that with a little bit of like, I feel good about myself not watching it, but I understand why you guys watch it. So let's like put that out in the first step. And how does that relate to this game, Lawson? You say, I mentioned I do the hard yards during preseason. I've watched Tyler Slow or Slow or however you want to say his name. And I thought he had a terrible preseason. And what I saw last week when he came into that Buccaneers game, I did not see anything that changes my mind. And Von, you're talking about Nakua, and you can talk about this Rams offense. This Rams offense is a very good unit, certainly top 10 in the league. Although I don't love the way Matt Stafford has played at times this year. I guess maybe that would be the only hole I pick into it. So like, let's leave those first two factors here. But the reason why the Rams were a money pick when I had it at 13.5 on Tuesday is because this Rams defense. And one thing I mentioned going into last week against the Buccaneers, I'm not trying to bore anyone with like the Saints semantics, but I've watched a lot of the Saints this year. Watched every fucking snap. One thing that I felt was like a real deal breaker against Chicago was when Eric McCoy went out of that game in the first or second quarter, their center, their best offensive lineman, top 5 center in the league, their signal caller. And they couldn't pick up a blitz against Chicago and made the Chicago defense look awesome. Now, why do I say that? Tampa Bay did more of the same, and Spencer Rattler was the sacrificial lamb, and he got blamed for it, but Spencer Rattler didn't even play bad. You got a Saints team that just can't pick up a basic corner blitz, and it seems like the last 3 weeks the Saints have gotten away from the run game or they can't run the ball, a combination of both. So you got Tyler Slow against a top 5 defensive line in this league with the Saints offensive line that is just getting ran ragged. And I think this Rams defensive line controls the game and completely dominates Slow. And I go back to the hard yards. I don't think Slow is a legit quarterback, or Slew, whatever his fucking name is. I fucking hate his name. But also, like, what we saw during preseason was a lot of what we saw against the Bucs. It was ugly. He doesn't have arm talent. He's timid back there, and he just doesn't have the mobility or pocket awareness to deal with the offensive line that he's given. And I really got mad seeing Spencer Rattler get benched. I understand why Kellen Moore did it, but Rattler's not the problem. You also have guys like Rashid Shaheed, Olave. Firstly, they can't hold on to the football, tons of drops. But secondly, they literally can't hold on to the football because we saw Rashid Shaheed fumble fucking 3 fucking times against the Bucs, and and then Spencer Rattler gets to blame. I'm not saying Spencer Rattler is a good quarterback by any means, but he's going to be in this league as a legit number 2 option for 12 to 15 fucking years. And that's not saying a lot because our backup quarterback play is at an all-time low. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at. That's my calculus. That's my litmus. And then I'd even talk about the Rams offense, but I think the Saints defense has been fucking fine the last 2 weeks. I mean, they get negative game flow. The Saints receivers fumble the whole game. Yeah, man, it's bad. Like, dude, the Saints defense put in a fucking shift against the Bears, and they put in a shift against the Bucs. I mean, I thought the Saints defense would be a problem going in the year, but yeah, man, I think the Rams defense covers this alone. Kels, Lawson, what's up? What do you think about Travis Etienne to get 20 plus rush? Robinson 25, McCaffrey 24 plus. Jonathan Taylor seems tempting, but he's been getting tired. I would go Jonathan Taylor because the Steelers have given up the most explosive run plays this year. Bijan Robinson, 25 over. I mean, Bijan, like, either 1 week he's going to win the MVP or 1 week he's just another guy. But Bijan's always like a nice little dice roll for that. I mean, McCaffrey, yes, because the Giants are getting slashed and they give up a ton of explosive plays and they give up a ton of explosive run plays because you're looking for over 20 yards, right, Cows? And about Travis Etienne, dude, I think the Raiders' run defense has been phenomenal. Is that because teams just want to throw it all over the park against them and they can't cover anyone? Maybe so. But I actually like this Raiders front seven in terms of their run fits and their ability to stop the run. So yeah, man, that's where I'd go with that. That's where I go with that. So Jonathan Taylor would be the best bet to get like a 20-plus yard rush yard. I mean, the Steelers give up 3 or 4 long runs a game. Marine Terry, hey, John, I like the Seahawks this week. No-name secondary is trash, and without McLaurin, I don't see how they keep up. I do like the Seahawks. I just worry about Jaden Daniels' hero ball. But, I mean, if you break down the matchup and you factor in these Commanders' lack of weapons, the Commanders' injuries, I worry about it, man. I worry about everything we fucking see with this Commanders team right now. Also, last thing, like, Sam Darnold has been kicking, it's just absolutely tearing up man-to-man defense this year. And I just see the Commanders always playing it. And I don't know if their pass rush is really going to get under Sam Darnold's craw. And I also think the Seahawks are going to have some semblance of a running game. So, like, there was encouraging signs about the Commanders' defense against the Chiefs, I thought. I mean, maybe it could have been like Chiefs just throwing out like a C-, like let's focus on Buffalo type performance. But yeah, man, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I trust me, like I want to ride with Jaden Daniels, but I just fucking can't. And who's he going to throw the ball to? And all the data guys absolutely love Luke McCaffrey. And while I do like Luke McCaffrey, we haven't seen the production hit. So it's just going to be Debo and Ertz. And I'm not sure the Commanders are going to be able to run the ball. And I also don't think we're going to see Jaden Daniels be able to get any running game going. And also, I don't know how much he can run with his injuries. Brian DePaul, happy Halloween, Lawson Nation. Happy Halloween, firstly. I'm not like I'm sure everyone's a big Halloween guy. Yeah. Where are you at with Houston, Denver? Houston. Dude, there's no science in that game. You should not be betting that. Maybe the first half under, because I did see the first half under was 19.5. Someone fact checked me because I was just looking at it today. I would maybe go like the under in the full game or under in the 19.5. In terms of betting aside in that game, like I wouldn't. I just love Houston at home. And I love this Houston defense. And I don't love Bo Nix. And if you tell me, like, here's what I think Houston, Denver comes down to, Brian. And you can fact check me on this. And we can envision a different game flow. But we can agree on one thing. Who do you trust to protect the ball better? CJ Stroud or Bo Nix? I trust CJ Stroud to protect the ball better, and maybe the Texans offensive line doesn't block anyone the whole day. I mean, but this is a Broncos team that put up what, like 13 points against the Jets? Like, this is the Broncos offense that just because they ran a train on a Cowboys defense that sucks, firstly, and that doesn't travel well. I'm not sold on the Broncos, man, and I'm not, man. I'm not sold on this Broncos offense. And also, this Denver defense has been a lot more vulnerable this year. I actually think there's a little bit of difference. I actually think there's a little, you guys can get at me in the chat with this. I've been saying the whole year, like, I think Texans are number 1 rated defense in the league. I think the Broncos are number 2. But I actually think there's a decent bit of difference in that. Thank you, Gordo. Thank you, Gordo. I appreciate it. CEO Gordo, could you do a YouTube membership for your Patreon picks? I'll think about it. I I'll think about it. It's just like I don't want to confuse the message. I mean, but Patreon's getting ridiculous. Like, also, so I'll definitely look into it, man. I'll definitely look into it. I mean, because I got to look into how the YouTube one works. Also, like I also we're trying to keep the money down in the United States. So the YouTube, unfortunately, will always go to the United States, and United States has big taxes. But let me look into it. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I mean, Brazil has big taxes too, but I mean, I can put like the Patreon money in a business account here. Okay, here we go. What's up, Campbell? Yeah, I think Texans win the game. I planted my flag last week with the Texans against the Niners. I don't want to do it again. Not with that offensive line. I do like the Chiefs. Wheezy, hi J Law. I like to hammer this money line parlay. Lions, okay. Lions against Vikings makes sense. Colts against Steelers makes sense. Chargers. My thoughts are great. It's just I want to see what the return is on that. Like because I don't know the odds. Like for me, like we have to get some value on it. Like if it's like a minus 140, like hell no. But if we're talking like plus like 115, a plus 120 on that, yeah. Like I have absolutely no feedback negative against that. Yeah, I'm excited to watch what the Colts do against the Steelers, and I'm very sure about that game. The only thing I worry about was Heinz Field, and like I said last week on Patreon, I don't know if I would have put the Packers up if the week was better, because Heinz Field is crazy. And every single game you play at Heinz Field, you know your field goal kicker is going to be trash, but you know Boswell's going to make every 50-yard field goal. But I guess the reason why I'm so sure about the Colts game is I actually like the way Aaron Rodgers has played this year. I think he's been pretty good, especially with the weapons given to him on offense. Like, I think the Steelers' offense is in a decent place. Like, it's the best offense they've had since like the Roethlisberger decline. I mean, you guys can fact check me on the YouTube comment section, but that's where I would go. Yeah, I have no feedback on that. I have no feedback. I'm just fucking worried about the Steelers defense. I wonder how bad it's going to keep being. But I think the Colts run it up on them, to be completely honest. What's up, Zamora? Full PPR choice. 3 from these. Running back, Ashton Gentry versus Jags. Okay, choose 3 from this list. Gente versus Jags. Etienne versus Raiders. Kareem Hunt versus Bills. Firstly, Kareem Hunt. Yeah, because Pacheco's out. Like, that makes your decision easier. Tyron Tracy versus 49ers. Dude, Tracy's going to have a big game. I'm not saying the Giants are going to win the game, but he's going to have a big game. Tajay Spears versus Chargers. I have no idea about how like that distribution is going in terms of running backs from the Titans. To be honest, you guys know I watch NFL religiously. I try to watch every game every week on Monday and Tuesday before the spread video. I have not watched a Titans game in 2 weeks, so I don't know what their distribution is going. So I will go Tyron Tracy, who I think is going to have a fucking huge game. I was looking at him on the player prop show. I just couldn't pull the trigger. I wonder how are we going to get some Singletary in that game? But either way, Tyron Tracy, he can do it with the catching as well. Kareem Hunt for sure. Kareem Hunt's going to get a touchdown, and then between that, I will go Gente because I like how Genti is playing in the passing game. Actually, if it's points per reception, just give it to Etienne. Go Etienne. Like I said, the Raiders have a really good run D, but fucking the Jags are going to throw it to him 3-4 times. So that's guaranteed. Marcy, thank you for the updated video you put out earlier, and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. I hope everyone has a good Halloween, and no problem. Thank you for being on Patreon. Prestige, 7-point teaser. Lions, Chargers, Seahawks. For substitutions on Seahawks, I have Bills and a very distant Jags. Thoughts? Okay, Lions are at 8.5, 9 on some books. Yeah, I would. Lions for sure. Chargers are at like 10, 10.5 right now. You're probably going to have to go to like 3.5 on the Chargers. But I think that works. And then Seahawks, you're going to go the other direction. I like it. I would not go Bills on a teaser. I'm worried about them this week. And a very distant Jags. That would be the teaser I would go with. I would stick with the Seahawks, Chargers, Lions, but I'll send you a message on WhatsApp, man, because I'm not thinking right now, but I think there's another game. I think there's another game you can put on, but I have to see what's this. Let me see what this Chargers. Let me see what this Chargers Titans thing closes. What we're looking at on Friday evening, because I did not look at the updated spread today on that. It's 9.5. Oh yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, you're good on that. You're good on that. You're good on that. Jared, I didn't understand what they were doing. I thought it was weird with Travis Hunter because I had him marked down for the player prop show, so it was weird. I didn't look into it, and they say his ACL is intact. It was weird. I don't know what's going on there, man. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I got to read this. I got to read this comment on YouTube. I got to fucking read this comment. Had the misfortune of watching Titans last week sweating out award over player prop. I almost called the 1,800 number. Oh, bro. And his props, like a lot of times he isn't even hitting, and they're at like low numbers. I mean, guys, he's, we know the team's trash and all that, and getting Mike McCoy and Callahan your rookie years, your head coaches. I mean, that's not a great look. Let's be honest about it. I mean, that's not a great situation, but fuck me, man. I mean, Cam Ward's been pitiful this year. And the games he did play good, like I felt like he was pretty good against the Rams. He always has one insane turnover. And then once he starts getting some rhythm, which he is a rhythmic passer when he's pushing the ball down the field, whenever he gets a little bit of rhythm, bro, someone drops a pass. Like one game I saw Calvin Ridley drop 3 straight passes. Yeah, Larry, like Travis Hunter's not going to change a spread for me. Although I thought he was going to be used a lot more, and I was excited about it. I was really excited about it, but and I felt like he's been pretty good this year, and he was coming off a good game last time he played. But no, Travis Hunter is not going to change my litmus for that game. I mean, Raiders are poor against the pass, and Jags have more than enough weapons to compensate for it. But I do think they need Travis Hunter to emerge there, and I think they finally made the decision this week, at least earlier in the week after the bye, where they're just going to use Travis Hunter as a wide receiver. Outline parlay, Colts 6.5, Pats -6, 2.5, Chargers -6.5, Lions -6.5. Yeah, I are you bringing the Colts up? But yeah, man, I mean that makes sense to me. I have anytime, Larry, anytime. Yeah, man. I think the Jags have a great matchup here, but they're not going to be able to run the ball. So that's like the only worry in that game. Like I said, like maybe I'm overrating the Raiders rush defense because teams can just fucking throw it on them every single play. But yeah, man, that's where I'm at. Russell Miffin. Hey, John, just joined Patreon yesterday. Lots of love for you, brother. Great to be part of the team now officially. Great to have you, bro. And we got some like sharp people on Patreon. So always great to see that. Great to be part of the team now officially. I'd like your take on this. Colts minus 5.5. Okay, I saw the minus now. Pats minus 2.5. Chargers minus 6.5. Lions minus 6.5 as a base parlay. I like it. I like bringing the Colts up because I think the Colts can win. And when they have this year, we've hit a lot of alt lines with them and they've won with margin. I get worried about the alt lines because I think people like misconstrue it, like saying like I'm picking a game where no, don't bet the -3. You should bet like the -9.5. I do it because I see like a game flow that we can take advantage of, and there's specific game flows and game scripts that we can take advantage of. And I think Colts is one of them, and I trust them to outline that up to -5.5. Pats -2.5, Chargers -6.5, Lions -6.5. The only one I would pick at is maybe the Patriots, but I would still do it at -2.5. I am a little bit worried because I can see a world where the Atlanta Falcons are able to move the football. I mean, not great, but I know the Patriots running defense is really good, and I think they'll be very competitive against the Falcons run game. But I do worry about this Patriots secondary, and I know Penix has been really off some games. But I just think there's opportunity for the Falcons to move the ball. Will they? That's a big question. Probably not. This Patriots offense relies on Drake May making explosive plays, and Atlanta doesn't give up a lot of them. But that would be like my only criticism. I'd still go Pats -2.5. I'm just giving you like a little bit of a pushback on that. Because I mean the Falcons are just ridiculous. Like in terms of, are they going to show up? Are they not going to show up? Got fucking salesman calling me. Okay. Bobby B, Moneyline parlay time. Last week was Ravens, Bucks, and Bills. This week thinking Colts and Lions. Always looking for double my money odds. Thoughts? Yeah, man, I don't have any problem with Colts Lions. I don't. Yeah, man, I have no. I would just maybe throw in the Chargers to see what's the word they use in United States. Like I know in England and shit they call it ACA boost, just to add another one to raise the payout. I would just maybe add Chargers to that. That would be my only thing. But I do get nervous, like when you guys bet like big on these parlays and teasers, especially with all the variance we see in the league. Ron Borkwin, no questions this week. Just wanted to say thanks and keep kicking ass. I appreciate it, Ron. I'm ready to go this week. I mean, the card can't be worse than last week, and we managed to make money last week. So I mean, the card's pretty fucking good this week. I mean, there's at least things you can attack. I mean, there's always going to be surprises, and we don't know what team's going to show up. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm excited about this week. Freshness, I'm going to get you on, man. I'm going to get you on, and then we'll get Dion. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, man, yeah, man, the alts, with the Colts, like, man, I did the upset show. I made the case for it. So, yeah, like calling out alt lines like is risky, but like that's what the upset show's for. We've been hitting a lot of alt lines this year. Just know what you're getting into with them. And I don't know if like raising Colts from -3 to -6.5 like is enough for me to take the risk. Like I would need to go like Colts -9.5. That's just me, man. That's just me. Like I would need to get like a little bit more of a payout, like what we did with the Bucks last year on Patreon. I did call the shot where it was Bucks +3 at the Chargers, where we moved the Bucks to -6.5. Like I would need like to have a significant boost to move something from like -3 to -6.5, and I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't suggest it. Yo, Kyle, anytime, man, anytime. And Vaughn, you got to come in. Yeah, and Vaughn, I always love talking to you. Vaughn. Dude, I have a photographic memory. Like I remember everyone. And I saw you were at like a Patriots game. Maybe it was last week or 2 weeks ago. So shout out Patriots, shout out King May. That's all I need to say. Let me get freshness on, then I'm gonna get D on. Okay. Let's do copy. Okay, here we go. Yeah, freshness. I just sent it. Yeah, man, we haven't had you on this year. I mean, I wonder if you're excited about your Patriots. Yeah, man. Okay, here we go. But yeah, like Gordo, I'll definitely think about the YouTube. I mean, because like, yeah, man, Patreon's like fucking around and people can't update their billing information, and it's yeah, man. And they have like the worst customer service. I'm thinking about maybe even next year going to Substack. Although I'll have to look into it. Oh, which team can screw everyone? Which team can screw everyone? I gotta hear that. Let me think. I'm gonna get freshness on and let me think about what team can screw people. Yo, bro, how you doing, man?
What's up, man? It's been a minute.
Dude, it's been a while. I saw you were in Lebanon. We can't talk about that on YouTube, so no questions. You can just send me an Instagram. But I mean, what a fucking beautiful country. So yeah.
Well, I'm back in KC now, so big game Sunday.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I'll let you go. I'm surprised no one wanted to talk about fucking Bills Chiefs, but I mean, that's where we're at.
Do you have a pick before I say my pick? I'll go for it.
You go. I want to hear what you say because you're always okay. Go on.
So I'm in KC, so I get that Chiefs vibes, but it's in Buffalo. It's a revenge game. I think Buffalo wins this Sunday, man.
I mean, okay. I got the Chiefs, and I'll give you my reason, and you can counter me because obviously, like going to Buffalo is tough, and it's not something you want to do, like betting the Packers at Heinz Field or betting a team at Heinz Field. So, okay, here's where I would go with it. I just feel like the Chiefs have way more paths to victory, and I'm worried about these options on the Bills. And I don't know about you, and maybe you could make the same case for the Chiefs defense, but I think this is like the worst Bills defense they've had in like 5-6 years, and they've had some bad defenses. And I just think Patty's going to cut them up. And I just feel like they have more paths to victory. Like I think the Bills need to run the ball early and often. And I'm worried about the Chiefs' run defense, but I don't know, man. They always show up.
I totally agree with you. I think the Chiefs are a better team. It just this spot, this game, this Sunday, just looks like a Buffalo moment. I think the crowd will come up. It's going to be loud. It's going to be cold. And I think Buffalo's had this game on their calendar all year long. They've been waiting for this game. And that's where I'm coming from it.
No, Buffalo needs the game. Like, actually, both teams like really fucking need this
Yeah,
game.
if the Chiefs lose, they're in trouble because I mean they're going to be what 5-4.
I do think they walk through that division, though. Like, I don't know about you, my man, but I'm seeing lots of fragilities with the Broncos and Chargers, but still, like, you want that home field advantage. Can you imagine if the Chiefs had to go to Buffalo in the fucking playoffs? I mean, that's tough.
I mean, the Chiefs are a better team. It just this is a moment. I think Buffalo comes out angry and hungry. I could be wrong. Um, we'll see. This is. I mean, if you're a football fan, even if you're not a Chiefs or a Bills fan, this is the game you want to watch.
It's kind of one you don't even want to bet, although
I have
because
to, man. I can't watch a game without some money on it, man. It's
no,
just
but we've been in the trenches so many times, like
yeah.
on these Chiefs games. It's literally fucking entering a trench. Not to like compare like betting a fucking Chiefs game to entering a trench, but like it literally gets to that point. Like because especially if you're betting against them. What do you think about maybe Patty getting
Well, now listen. If you don't. If you want a 2-game teaser, I do like Buffalo to be on your teaser. And I think Dallas is going to win Monday Night Football. I just think it, I like Buffalo Dallas 2-game teaser. Maybe add Detroit on it too.
I agree, man, and I would tease Bills up like it's going to be a 1-score game, and
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a field goal game.
oh we know, and that's like those are the fun ones to bet, and but you're all actually I like betting those field goal games, especially with some of the variance we see in the fucking league, and I see the Chiefs are down to -1.5. I don't know what it's at right now, so that's interesting, and also just a comment about the Cowboys, yeah. I mean, let's see how this weekend goes. Let's see how I'm feeling Monday. But dude, Cowboys home road splits are just fucking ridiculous. And okay, let me start with the Cowboys though. I did see something. If Kyler Murray starts, I'm probably going to be betting the game. I'm going to just be honest. Like, I fear the Cardinals more with Jacoby Brissett. And I know it sounds so fucking stupid and ignorant, but I just think the Cardinals offense works better with Jacoby than Kyler Murray. So I'm with you on the Cowboys. I have no pushback on that.
But you know what's crazy about the Cowboys is they're putting up yards, they're putting up points. It's just that defense is horrific. If that defense was a little bit better, Dallas would be a team to beat. So,
yeah, but Mike, the Colts have been at like -3 kind of the whole week. Like I didn't know if it had any movement up today. I didn't like. I just figured the Colts would land at -3. Like, and I'm fine with that. So, but yeah, you don't want to. What about What about the Patriots, man?
you I don't listen. Is their record better than them? You know how some teams have a good record, but they're not as good as their record? That's what I'm afraid of.
This roster outside of Drake May, this roster is horrific. And
You know,
but good coach, good quarterback. So let it ride. Easy schedule, let it ride.
yeah, let's see what happens. And I do agree with the Broncos. I don't know if the Broncos show up when they play the good teams.
Dude, they barely showed up against the fucking Titans. I mean,
I do want to see the Broncos Chiefs game. I think that will be an indicator of how good the Broncos are.
Yeah, well, and I hope we get a big spread because anyways, like maybe I'm over, but anyways, maybe I'm overrating the Chiefs' weapons. Like I just feel like the Chiefs can win this game 5-6 different ways, and I'm like seeing one way for the Bills, and that's fucking James Cook going off. And I'm worried about Josh Allen's weapons, but I'll let you have the last word on that. So.
Yeah, it's getting noisy around me here, but yeah, it's we'll see. I'm right. I'm taking the Bills this Sunday, man. If I got to bet, I'm betting the Bills, and I want to watch the game. So
Yo, enjoy the game, man.
I will, brother, man. We'll stay in touch, Judge.
Sounds good. And and Michael, man, you want to come on? Yo, and freshness always comes on short, succinct, to the point. I thought he would be building up the big bet for the Bills. He didn't sound as confident as he normally does. Normally he comes on like banging tables with a big bet, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, yo, go bet the Raiders, Rob. I don't blame you. It's not something I want to spend my weekend doing. I don't know how much of the Raiders you've had the pleasure or disservice of watching. Oh, but I've watched quite a bit. So, like I said, I did a deep dive into that Raiders Jags game this week. So I did a deep dive and I wanted to just see what the Raiders were doing, and they're not doing an awful lot, guys. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. Yeah, where's D? Where did D want me to hit him up? But yeah, let's get Michael Mann on. Let's get Michael Mann on. Okay, here we go. Let's get if Michael Mann can come on. Don't want to force him. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, no, man, like I said, like when you are betting the Jags in this game, you're betting Trevor Lawrence's arm. So obviously that comes with a certain amount of risk. And you know, I don't think it's enough risk where you should be scared about it or call the number. So let me just say that. Sounds good, Lauren. I'll send it. Okay, here we go. Gotcha. Okay, what team do you think can screw us over? Well, I think the 49ers might screw a lot of you guys over. Well, anytime I do see the Colts are -3.5 on DraftKings and some other books. So that's interesting. But yeah, that Colts -3 was like -110 all week, and it's at like -120 on Bet365 from what I'm seeing now. So I don't what team can screw people over? It depends what sense. Like if you're talking spread, I could see the Seahawks doing it because Jaden Daniels is an absolute magician. That could be one because, like, I mean, when you like, I haven't seen the betting splits on that game, and I think the Patriots could screw people over because, like I said, it's not like me getting against the Patriots. It's just I think the Falcons can. I think there's a possibility the Falcons can move the ball on offense. So yeah, like I would say Patriots. But like, dude, like let's do the numbers. And I'm high on Drake May as everyone else, and I want him in the MVP discussion. Bryce Young is playing. I'm sure we'll be hearing about that from Michael Mann. Okay, but yeah, where was my train of thought? I forgot where my train of thought was. My bad, guys. Yo, so I sent the invite. So I feel like I fired my shots. I've said everything I need to say going into this week. But I would not lay the points with the Packers. So that's that. Did I send it to the right Michael Mann email? Okay. Okay. Yeah, Lauren, I sent it. So yeah, no, Niner gang, I haven't seen you a lot this year. But yeah, man, I did see DeAndre Swift was ruled out. I know Johnson's dealing with some injuries, and I can't pronounce the third string running back's name for the Bears, but those are going to be some player props I might explore when we get the list up on Patreon. But we have to wait until I see if he doesn't play. Yeah, no, I know. And dude, and this like Packers team plays down to opposition. They do. So they play down to opposition. And but yeah. All right, Michael Mann and Lauren, I sent the invite. So I felt like I said everything I need to say going in this week. Really fucking excited about the Chiefs game, man. Really fucking excited to watch it. And I saw Rake Flyer said like 70% of Yahoo public is on Bills to win. Not that that's like a betting thing or has anything to do. Yo, D, do you want to come on? I just want to know how you wanted me to send the invite. Because I always have time for you, baby. And I always gotta talk some NBA, man. I've watched a little bit of NBA this year. I watched John Morant games. I mean, that's about it. I watched the John Morant game this week. Enjoyed myself. Although, like lots of like walking and like I'm like, yo, we're not even at November yet. We're not at November yet. Why are we walking? But yeah, like no, and D, like you can tell us about state of league. Like you guys are great at betting it. Like I think for you guys, it's great. I just like I said, D, like I asked you many times, like I don't know how many TVs you have in your house, but you physically have to watch the NBA games, and I don't think like the data guys are all that great with the props. Like I use some like data for the NFL props, but I have to watch this shit. So, because the data guys are useless unless you're watching it. The WNBA stuff, I don't know how you pull that out. So, Warren, I answered the Patreon questions at the beginning, but we're going to get Lauren and Mike on now. So no, Larry, I would lose everyone's fucking house if I did NBA. I would. I was thinking about doing something with D maybe in the future. It's just like, yo, I'm like, I was watching fucking Raiders film this week. Okay. Like I was watching Raiders fucking film this week. Like I can't treat the league with the TLC it needs. Like I watch Inside the NBA. Like my wife was like, why do they laugh the whole show? And I was like, because there's funny shit in the NBA. All right, let's. All right.
What's up?
Hello.
It's close.
Watching
Happy
NBA,
Halloween,
Lauren?
everyone.
For some reason, I can't hear you guys. I think it's because I'm outside pumping gas. I'm getting back in my car right now.
No, but your
Wow.
mic quality
1 second.
really sounds good.
Way to
All right.
prioritize.
Yeah, but
Out here
anyways,
talking about our fortunes, and Lauren's pumping her gas.
I know. But anyways, Mike, what I'm sure you want to talk about the 49ers one.
Yeah, you nailed it, man. That's exactly where I was going to start. I understand why people do not want to bet it. The 49ers.
It's just me. Firstly, I think it's just me.
Well, and I don't think you're crazy for that. Look, if we're being honest about it, you can make a strong case that the Giants are walking in here with the better roster, given how beat up San Francisco is. But, I think you just got to, as unorthodox a tactic this is, I feel like you really just have to take the rosters and kind of put them to the side and just look at coaching. For the Giants, for some reason, Shane Bowen still has a job. And if this game is close, we have seen on 2 separate occasions that he will sell on the last drive of the game and let the other team win by a field goal. That will be enough to cover the spread. Kyle Shanahan, who is arguably the best play caller in football, will be going up against Shane Bowen. That alone should be enough to let you cover this. On the other side of the ball, you have Jackson Dart going against Robert Saleh. And in that matchup, you just got to think, would you take Kyle Shanahan versus Shane Bowen and Robert Saleh versus Jackson Dart? And can the 49ers cover by 3? And I think it's a yes.
Just before Mike answers, before Lauren chimes in, Von's asking, "Hey Mike, do you still live in Jacksonville?"
I am. I'm everywhere, but right now I'm in Jacksonville, right
Sounds
by the
good.
beach.
All right, I'll let Lauren have her say.
What game are we
We were
talking about here?
49ers Giants.
Oof.
Okay, I think that's the right reaction. So yeah, no reaction, right?
Yeah, I guess I'd go 49ers. Just because it's just a smart thing to do. The Scattaboo issue with the Giants is real, and I know Tyrone Tracy. He's not a bad backup at all, but he can't do what
I completely agree.
needs to be done to win this game.
And Jackson Dart Wan'Dale Robinson is not going to play, right?
Oh, I didn't even know that.
No. What are we doing here, Mike? What are we doing here?
Can you check that, please?
Here? I'm checking it. But yeah.
If I just gave you a heart attack, I apologize.
Von sent
I'm going to go out and come back in. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Von sent you where he lives in Jacksonville, so I'll hook you guys up on. No, he's playing. He's playing.
Okay, sorry about that.
Sounds good, but
sorry. The injury situation has been so chaotic this year. Like, it's tough to keep track.
Oh, Mike, the Tuesday videos no longer are an advantage, and trust me, I didn't do like the extra video today for
fun.
My Protestant work ethic. No, like they're like, Lawson, you're working hard. No, I'm not. It's just it's because the Tuesday's like non-beneficial now. But yeah.
We're almost getting there, yeah.
But can I talk to Mike about the 49ers real quick?
Yeah, well, I guess my question is, one, how are the Giants going to win? And can you really see the 49ers kind of in like, they have the 7 seed, but they can't really afford any slip-ups. Like, whoever's going to take the 7th seed needs to start getting moving and needs to like really assert themselves to get that. If the 49ers lose this game, how can you sell that there's any hope for the rest of the year?
I haven't seen Mesmerize firstly in a long time. So what's up, man? It's a players' league, though, and Mike said the Giants probably have the better roster. Though, yes, coaching goes in favor to San Fran. Either way, stay the fuck away from this game. Yes, someone understood the message today, but yeah, like let me just tell Mike. But yeah, we already talked about this, Mike, and you made me like want to bet it. It's just. But one thing you said, like, kind of like strengthened my opinion. You're like, yo, Tyron Tracy and Singletary aren't bad. And like, that's exactly like the truth.
But they're not
like,
Cam Scattaboo.
I know, but I know. Okay.
I mean, Cam Scattaboo, he was playing like at a top 15 level. I know it's crazy. I know he's easy to make fun of, but like he was really good for the short time he was in there.
No,
I agree. I agree.
Tracy and Singleton are just going to come in there and like, pick up where Scattaboo left off.
And, the coaching advantage is a factor, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, the coaching advantage is big.
And I don't know about you, but I'm also getting worried about the Giants locker room and like how their psychology currently is.
I'm not as worried about the locker room for them as I am Miami.
Oh,
yeah, well, agreed.
Loss last night. Like, I mean, yeah, like not to go on about that game, but like Mike, I don't know if you agreed with me, but like, and like I said, like I put in the Ravens bet on Patreon, but like I told you, Mike, like degen as fuck, and honestly, like so lucky to even be up by 8 points at first half. Like I felt like Miami played good, and like it kind of made me like look at like Atlanta in a little bit of a different light, like not giving excuses. No, not giving excuses. But like just did make me look at Atlanta in a little bit of a different light.
Yeah, I don't know, man. After some of the fumbles I have had on Thursday Night Football, I'm just to the point where I am never betting it again. I don't care who the team is.
No, that's a good policy.
I generally could not give a fuck. I'm done betting Thursday night for the rest for like at least another 2 years. I don't care.
But you
2
know you're
years.
getting but like you know you're getting Mac Jones, correct?
Yes, I know.
Okay,
And I accept that. Look, I don't need Purdy. I don't need Purdy
know.
for this. We're not going to need him to go out there and make some big time throws. We just need to manage the game and not turn it over. And McCaffrey's going to run wild.
No.
Yeah.
It's just to echo the point about Thursday night. Like when I did the Thursday night video, both props hit and both props had no business hitting, by the way. So like that's Thursday night football in a nutshell. All right, get to a game you want to talk about. Because
one situation that I'm curious about, I don't know if you've heard anything, but Bears and Bengals, in the event that Joe Flacco does not play,
he's playing.
Which I think he is playing. He's listed as questionable, but I think is it like confirmed that he's in? Like this is a questionable status out of like caution.
I think I saw Coop said he was confirmed, so
okay,
he's pretty reliable.
Okay, yeah. I mean, my argument was going to be if he is not playing, if there's a chance he doesn't play, I don't think it's crazy to go ahead and put in a small Bears bet now, and then just pull it out.
I am back to 3 years ago. Give me Cincinnati.
Of course, okay.
I know, but
look, I'm with you to an extent.
I'm dead serious. Like, I'm looking at this Chicago. Chicago is so fake good. Their record is very fake. And I'm not impressed with who they've won against. And I'm not impressed with how they've lost. Like it wasn't even a game most of the time.
This is a team that beat the Raiders by 1 point.
Yeah,
correct.
And so Smith sorry, I know Geno tried to get anyways, and Pete gave the game away too anyways.
Give me Cincinnati. No, give me Cincinnati. I love it. I love Cincinnati this week. I love them at home with points. I would not take them as a favorite. I wouldn't take them as a favorite last week against the piece of shit Jets, who actually ended up winning when they were down by, 18. But I will take them as an underdog at home all day.
Sounds good. But yeah, man.
Look, sorry, I'm eating Cheetos. I'm with you. I'm just trying to give some pushback here. I think Ben Johnson going against the Bengals defense is certainly a cause for concern. And I would be worried with the shit we saw last week with Lamar Jackson. I don't want to put this bet in too early, and then it comes out that Flacco's not playing. Because I can't bet this with Jake Browning whatsoever.
No, but I think Flacco's playing.
And firstly, Mike's actually right about the Joe Flacco thing. He says he feels good, but he's like Mike actually gave the correct thing, but it's a heavy lean towards play. Also, but I do think that's important to keep in mind for everyone. Like if it is Browning, you have to go Bears.
And correct me if I'm wrong, it's a right shoulder stinger, isn't it?
Believe so.
Like I just remember seeing him against the Jets, on the sideline. He was trying to warm up and throw, and he was just grimacing in pain the entire time. Even if we get Flacco, is he 100%?
Good question. And I get AC joint sprain. So let's.
I would take Flacco not at 100% over Browning.
Oh, I agree, and I would take him over Caleb Williams too.
Yeah,
and I think that. Bengals management and coaches know that. So if he's at least questionable, he's not doubtful. I know what the Ravens did last week, and they're getting fined and all that shit for their report or whatever.
Rightfully so.
Right. No, I agree. But I think that Flacco will play. And if he does, and listen, this Bengals defense is horrid, but how good were they against Pittsburgh? They weren't
that good.
They weren't.
And they were
better.
They allowed 38 points to the Jets.
Well, and listen, but they've gotten their run game going finally. And it's going enough to help, goal lines and shit like that. So, they went toe to toe even with Green Bay.
And
okay.
But anyways, what's your bet? What's your best bet, Lauren?
Cincinnati.
Come on now.
I like Cincinnati too. It's just like like I don't
Cincinnati,
have much about
and
that game.
I know that I'm probably going to lose some what's the word?
Credibility.
Lose some clout, but I'm on Washington.
No, I don't blame you, but go on while you want Washington. And I'm going to get Dion in 15 minutes. So it's just.
I have another one. I have a couple of bets too.
I'm on Washington. I think Jaden Daniels is going to play. I feel that they can definitely, because they're a dog. Isn't it 3.5?
3.
Or it's
Who's
3
he
now?
Gonna throw to?
Yeah, the 2.5 is actually like a good price for the Seahawks too. It's -120.
Who's he going to throw to? I mean, you have Zach Ertz, Deebo Samuel, and Luke McCaffrey against the best secondary, one of the best secondaries in football.
But what you've been looking at is you've been looking at Marcus Mariota throwing to these guys. Jaden Daniels is going to be a completely different.
I know,
he's going to use his legs.
I mean,
he's going to run. I like them this week. I know that there's no science to it and that I'm probably going to lose some clout with it because of how great Seattle's been on the road and this, that, and the other. I think it's going to be a close game. And even if they lose by a field goal or lose by 1 or 2, it still covers. And I'm a fan of primetime home dogs.
I could not disagree with you more on this.
they
Firstly, don't have the weapons. They're not going to be able to get open on that side of the ball. And then if we look at the Seahawks offense, look, Cooper Kupp and Jackson Smith-Njigba have some of the best separation rates against man coverage. And Washington plays a lot of man coverage for whatever reason.
Yes, but hold on
I feel
a
like that's
second.
going to be a problem.
Let's talk about their wide receivers. Darnold only throws to Njigba. That's it.
Yeah,
he hasn't thrown anybody else.
And that's what. Okay, I will say on a side note, why has no one tried to double team him, or bracket him?
Texans kind of did, man, and he's just like, dude, he's just kind of
a little bit.
I know,
but Texans play so much zone. I don't even
over him.
He only throws to him. That's it. So if Washington can double cover him, or if they can, keep him limited, which it's been hard all year, but for some reason he's the only one that gets targeted.
No, he's always open, and Cooper Kupp might be out this game, but I don't even think that fucking matters. I really don't. His total player prop is 34, 38 every week, because kind of reinforcing what she said. I just want to see someone stop Smith-Njigba.
I do too. I'm playing him in fantasy this week. I would much like that, even though I'm betting the Seahawks.
No, it's going to be a tough look, and but I get Lauren. I get Lauren. Trust me. I do not want to bet the game. We'll see, but I get.
I mean,
Lauren.
I haven't slammed it in yet, but I feel like there's a recipe for them to cover and maybe win.
Well, here's what I would do the pushback. I disagree with Mike about Seattle secondary. I think the way to beat them is kind of why Mike's picking against them. I feel like you have to throw it like Baker Mayfield did, and you have to throw it early and often, because I don't think the Commanders can run the ball against Seattle's front. But I could be overrating it. I'm worried about Seattle.
I'm with you, and to be fair, Seattle does have a very good run defense, but my point is, I think their secondary is top there in the league.
Dude, with some of the shit we see in the secondary,
which is kind of a low bar, but still,
I'm fine with you saying that.
And that Baker Mayfield performance was kind of crazy, by the way. Like, you
and
gotta
that's
admit.
what you need to beat them. And Jaden Daniels is capable of crazy moments, but I'm just like not liking these targets.
That would be like, it would probably take a performance similar to what he did against Detroit in the playoffs.
Can I give you some pushback, Lauren? And here's the pushback I would give you, and I'll let Mike and you guys finish, then we'll get to the next game. I would give you the pushback of my experience with Jaden Daniels last year. And this is just, I don't know anything about his injury or anything like that. So I have no inside information. But I did notice last year, 2 weeks after the injury, the scrambles were limited. We didn't see the same explosiveness, kind of like a Lamar Jackson last night. Although Lamar, I do feel like he was in jog mode because it was Miami. So I don't know if, like I said, no science here. It's just worried about his ability to create plays. Like if you tell me the Commanders can run the ball in the game, or they'll have a semblance of a running game, like I think Commanders fucking win the game. I just don't know how they're going to run it. And I do think the Commanders' defense is trending up, but that's not saying a lot. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
I just don't know who Washington is going to throw to. That's still my big concern.
Like I'm worried about McCaffrey too, because he's
getting. Say again.
I'm worried about Luke McCaffrey because, like, he's someone who should have popped off by now, in my opinion.
Oh,
and we just haven't seen the production, but like. Could be Monday night. So, but anyways,
yeah,
I'll let you guys talk in next game.
Well, yeah, I'm good. One game I do want to touch on, Detroit and Minnesota. I think Lawson, I'm sorry, but I think the Vikings get killed here.
No,
we've talked for years that the way to
1,000%.
Yeah, the way to beat the Vikings defense is to run the ball on them. That was a strategy that has worked for Detroit going back to last year. They're going to employ that same game plan. Again, the Vikings are not going to be able to stop it. Detroit's going to get to at least 27 points. I don't think Jared Goff is going to have to do a whole lot in this game. Brian Flores, and I'm sure Lawson's noticed this too, he's not blitzing with the same aggressiveness that we've seen in previous years. And that was something that used to actually do well against Goff. If he's not doing that, like I don't see how they stop the pass either. And what are we going to get out of JJ McCarthy? Is he going to do anything in this game against a Detroit defense who
I don't know. We have a very small sample size on JJ McCarthy, and the small sample size that we have is not impressive. So I think going against a high scoring team, probably the highest scoring. And what did I say a couple weeks ago about Detroit? Anybody that's going to want to run up the damn score, it's them. It was my best bet a couple weeks ago, and they were 8-point favorites then too, or whatever it was. And I am all over Detroit this week. I agree. I co-sign that. I think Detroit's going to murder them.
One more point as well. And we've given the Lions shit in the past for playing as much man coverage as they have. But they've actually been pretty decent in man, and most recently against the Bucks. You have you have Justin Jefferson to cover in this game, and Jordan Addison, which makes it more of a problem. But the last time the Vikings and Lions play each other, they were able to do that. And granted, different quarterback, Sam Darnold is different than JJ McCarthy, but I think you can employ a similar game plan and hold this Vikings offense down.
And last thing I'll say on that, Mike, also the injury report is breaking Detroit's way. Like, for instance, like Terrion Arnold didn't play against the Bucks. Brian Branch didn't play against the Bucks.
Yep.
And yeah, man. So like, there's worries, and also injury report didn't break the Vikings' way. Darrisaw's on it, and Darrisaw, like we keep thinking he comes back. He comes back for 10 plays and goes out of the game,
and then he's out again.
At right tackle, I don't think he's going to play. That's just
that team needs Darrisaw so bad.
Yeah,
it's fucking bad.
So bad.
And Will Fries hasn't blocked anyone in the interior. Like, also interior's been an issue, but also if Darrisaw starts the game and then they have to bring in their swing tackles, like it's not a good look.
Some of the guys they've been bringing in, I've never even heard of.
Yeah,
I'm curious to hear Lauren's thoughts on what's going on with the Saints.
What do you mean?
The whole Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shook thing.
I mean, I don't agree with bringing Tyler in when they did. Just because Spencer threw some interceptions or whatever, and I get that he was sucking, but he hasn't really been interception prone until the last couple weeks. And I think if you're going to put Tyler in, I feel like he needs to start a game and have him practice all week with starters and bring him in to start a game, not, three quarters of the way through the game when you're just trying to save it. I think the
Against Todd
kid
Bowles, against a blitz happy
against
Todd Bowles.
against a rivalry game where Tampa was already now the Saints defense looked good.
They've looked good the last 2 weeks.
Well, they stopped Baker at the 1 yard line twice. You know what I'm saying? So the Saints defense was keeping them in there for a while.
Yeah.
And I think here's the problem with the quarterbacking in the Saints. There's no veteran presence to help any of these young kids. Like Alex Smith was there for Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? You had Romo there for Dak. There was, you know what I mean? Breeze was there for even Jameis and you know what I'm saying? There's just, not that Jameis was new, but what I'm saying is you don't have any veteran quarterback presence for any of these guys. This team either needs a new quarterback coach, somebody worth a damn, or some sort of veteran presence. Like, why didn't we go get Joe Flacco?
Hey, you know what? You can have Andy Dalton. You want him?
We already had him. He's made his way around the NFC South.
Take him back. I'm done with him.
But
he should be cut for that shit he pulled last week. I'm gonna tell you right now, that really pissed me off. I'm getting mad just thinking about it.
The Red
Rifle. He was trash. He single-handedly gave that game away.
Listen, so the talk about it is I don't think Kamara's washed up. I don't think Olave's washed up. I think Rashid Shaheed is a great downfield catcher. He's proven that with anybody that's thrown to him. I think if now Tyler didn't get the job at the start of the season for a reason, right? Because he had a bad camp and bad preseason, so Spencer won the job. The kid needs development.
But any other bets before we go?
So are we? Has anyone talked about that Rams line with the Saints?
No, I was gonna say. I mean, I like the Rams to win and cover.
Is it 14.5? 14.5.
Yeah, but McVay has been a coach who doesn't like to go for the kill, and you have to be concerned about him in a big spread like this.
Why?
Like we've seen in the past. Like, remember the game against the Eagles where he kicked 6 field goals and then he ended up choking that game away? Like, that's just an example. He is a very. I don't feel like he goes for it on 4th down and really puts his foot on his opponent's throat like he should. And listen, I disagree with benching Spencer Rattler. I thought he was doing a fine job this year, especially given the situation. He undoubtedly gives the Saints a better chance to win.
I agree. And I think they're starting Tyler, aren't they?
Yeah, they're starting Shook. And I think he's walking into a fire here. Like, this is not going to go well.
No, but Mike, thank you for the McVay thing. So,
yeah, that would be my only concern.
I wanted to talk about this Indy Pittsburgh game for a second, if we could.
Sounds good. And then I'll get Dion. Then I gotta go.
Okay, my one question or one statement I have is Pittsburgh. What's the line there?
-3.
It's 3 even.
I was shocked about that.
On some, it's at 3.5 now.
Why is that so low? Why is that so low? Something is trappy about that. Now, there's one comment I'm going to make, and I don't really have a bet on this game, but one thing I'm going to say is Indy is dog shit against tight ends. If anyone's noticed this all year. Horrible. Now, all they've been using in Pittsburgh is tight ends. Really. Now, Indy should be able to beat them by double digits. And can we all agree there should be an alt number we should be playing, right? Like an alternate number.
I've been here the whole week. Yes, I've been here the whole week. So
I'm asking, isn't there an alt number we should be playing?
Yes,
For
and the
Indy-
upset video is Colts minus 9.5. But I don't like jinxing it too much. Like we have to do the upset video.
I didn't see the upset video. So Colts minus 9.5, right? But why is this line so small?
Look, I think it would be Colts. I would have it at Colts -3, even if Jonathan Taylor wasn't playing. That should tell you all you need to know. Like I mean, I'm with you. There is something weird about this spread. Like this is a borderline college fund, if you ask me.
Yeah, I know, but you can't do college fund at Heinz Field because
I think that's what I was gonna say.
kicker,
Like the Steelers,
the kicker you bet is going to miss every field goal, and Boswell's going to make every 55-yarder.
and you touched on it earlier. The Steelers' offense is not playing bad.
No,
I don't think
fine.
the Colts defense is like an average unit. I would say. I think that's a fair analysis.
No, Mike.
I mean,
Mike, here's the thing. Here's like why I'm not scared. Okay, I'll use some data just to counter Lauren's point. No one throws the ball quicker than Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Colts are top 5 defense in the data on short passes. I think that's what you need to do. Yeah, they're good at stopping short passes. I think the way to really test the Colts is you have to throw it out early. And also, like, I don't know if I know Kirk Herbstreit, every time he gets those Steelers games, like he'll start glazing Arthur Smith because they're using 3-4 tight ends. But I've said this many times, and I'll say it again. They're using 3 or 4 tight ends because they have no wide receivers.
Correct.
And I already said to Mike earlier this week, I don't know if I said it on air one time, but DK Metcalf's playing actually really poor football right now, and Aaron Rodgers is playing great football. So I guess that's the only worry if you think Rodgers is playing better football than Daniel Jones, which
I don't think it'll come down to that. It won't come down to that.
Yeah, I don't. The
Steelers' defense has been a problem. The Steelers' defense has been such a problem that I can't understand why this line is only 3. I don't understand it. I think there's something so trappy about it. And I feel like, I'm betting the alt line. I'm riding with Indy on here. I'm riding with it. But something sounds so fishy about this that I don't, you know what I mean? It makes me want to wonder, why is this not at least 6? 6.5.
I don't know. I think people are overrating TJ Watt and Cam Hayward.
For what? What have they done all year?
That's a great question. But look, I mean, Colts, I know people have questions about the Colts, but as it stands right now, they are on pace to be like the best offense of all time when it comes to points per drive.
No, they're the most efficient offense.
Yeah.
They're more efficient than the fucking Commanders last year, which is insane.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but literally, this is across NFL history. You can take the 2018 Chiefs. You can take the 07 Patriots. The Colts are scoring more points per drive than all of them. This is a statistical fact. This is not me like talking out my ass or anything. That's a fact. So, I mean, it just tells the level that they're playing at.
Don't jinx us.
What did I miss?
I'm gonna jinx us.
Did I miss the convo on the Chargers game? What's the lay on that?
It's -9. I think Chargers kill them. I mean, the Titans we need to talk about. I think they're entering the conversation for worst team of all time.
Where's that game at?
It's in Nashville.
And it's -9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be hammering the Chargers.
You guys can, but I mean, it makes sense. It's just like there's a lot on the table. But
it would be very Chargers to like make this a close game, wouldn't it?
Anyways, any last bets? I'm gonna get Dion.
That's it. My best bet's Cincinnati.
I have a couple more, or a few more games I want to talk over. But like, if I need to go, it's cool.
No. I'll let Lauren go. So not trying to push Lauren off, but
no, I gotta go to poker. I'm here.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Have fun in there.
It's 6:30, guys. You know it's my time.
The poker's fake now. The poker's fake. Like people, we already saw that. All right, D. I sent the invite, but yeah, I knew Lauren was gonna go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, Mike, what do you want to talk about?
No one's really touched on it yet, but Chiefs Bills. I think I know where you stand on this. I'm not betting it. Yeah, I think I have Chiefs to win and cover. But look, I think if you're betting this, like you're walking into a problem.
Well,
I
people
like the
said that
Chiefs.
about the Packers against the Steelers last week. If you got an edge, you got an edge.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think this is almost worse than betting that game. Look, the way I see it, I trust the Packers pass offense more than I trust the Bills run offense. That's like the simplest way to put it for me. But at the end of the day, this game is going to come down to which team is going to make the big play at the end. And, this is how it always goes with these two teams. So if you want to sit there, if you want to bet that, if you want to wait that out, be my guest. I'm not touching it.
Oh, yo, what up, D? Before I let D go, let me just read the super chat. And I know D's a Buffalo fan, so curious to hear what he says. Oh, what up, Lawson? Let's get this money. My question is, can the Jags win and Hunter is out? And how do you feel about all the games? KC and Bills and Denver game. And I appreciate what you feel. Top 4 picks this week. Brian, aren't you already on Patreon? Okay. Brian, I know you're already on Patreon. Okay. Brian, Colts obviously is one. I have to think about it. Let me just get to Brian. I'll answer this when I'm going to go off. All right. Okay. I'm stumbling over my words here. Okay, KC and Bills and Denver game. All right, I'll remember. Jags. Okay, so let me just talk about the Jags game real quick. I think Jags are going to beat the Raiders. Firstly, I'll go quick, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry to cut you off, D. By the way,
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So with the Jags, obviously not like the team you want to be backing, especially on the road. And obviously, the Jags are better when they're running the fucking football. And I don't think they'll be able to against the Raiders. So I think this game comes down to Trevor Lawrence or Geno Smith. And I honestly like Trevor Lawrence's coaching a lot better. I'm not trying to make excuses for Geno Smith and say Chip Kelly, Pete Carroll are a problem. But honestly, I think they're a fucking problem. Like, obviously, Brock Bowers coming back for the Raiders helps. Player props 51 and over and a half can get that a book near you. So obviously, like, Brock Bowers is going to help. I just don't think the Raiders are also going to protect Geno, and I think he's going to have more plays under pressure. So I think Geno churns it over. So I think he churns it over more than Lawrence. Guys, I don't know about you, but like the fucking coaching for the Raiders is like boomer. Nothing against boomers, but it's like honestly like boomer level stuff. Like it's like. It's like, dude, like I know boomers get everything done, but once you start getting up like 78, 79, like it's getting bad. So I just think Jags win. I'll give you my opinion on KC Bills in a Denver game. Dude, stay the fuck away from the Denver game, Brian. What are you doing?
What the hell is that?
Brian, I love you to death. I love Brian to death, but dude, don't do it. But the under 19 and a half and the under 19 and a half in the first half is rather interesting. If you need to do something on that, but I think the Texans win, no science. Colts, obviously. I like the Lions as well. I like the Chiefs. I think that's one I like. I want to hear D's opinion on it. And then what was my fourth one? Brian, you're already on Patreon. Like, I'm posting them in
just wait
50 minutes. And yeah, anyways, Brian. Anyways, all right, let's talk about the Bills-Chiefs game. So I'll let D go. So because I'm go on.
Well, we're gonna start with the Bills always beat the Chiefs in the regular season. We can't beat them in the playoffs. So for me to fade the Bills right now, and I'm around the team, I'm around the players, I talk to them on a daily, and their get up for this game is way better than any game this season. I expect James Cook to have a great game against the Chiefs. And also, I think Josh Allen haven't had a game so far where he really used his legs well enough. I think against Patrick Mahomes, he's going to try to outdo him. And I believe the Bills win, and I believe this game go over. I'm expecting a lot of points. I like the first half total over, and I like the Bills total over as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I like the over for the game. Like I'll bet the 50. Go ahead, Lawson.
No, I like the over.
Yeah, I like the 52.5 over. Yeah, you made a good point. We haven't seen Josh Allen run this year a whole lot. Like, I don't know if the Bills are holding him back for the playoffs, and it really seems like they're doing everything they can to make him do less. I will say, and maybe this is just small sample size, I don't think Josh Allen has played his best football the last 3 weeks.
He hasn't had a Josh Allen Superman like game all year.
Well, since
And
week 1 against the
it,
Ravens,
yeah,
and he
but
hasn't had to.
that was more so of a collective effort. I don't think it was all Josh Allen that game. I'm expecting against the Chiefs for Josh to put his name in the MVP kind of like race with like a real excellent game this week. This is what I'm expecting, and this is what the whole city is expecting, and this is what they're promoting. Like, you know. And
Yeah.
as far as Josh running, I think they're trying to save him to only run against teams that are like the top teams. Like when you were playing against teams in the division that know him very well, like the Patriots. He didn't run enough when there was opportunities to run. I think that was part of coaching. Like, you know, I'm born and raised here, so I am a part of Bills Mafia, even though I do not like Sean McDumbass. I don't think he's a good enough coach as everybody else
That's a
thinks.
fucking
I
problem
think
in
he
this
sucks,
game, fellas.
honestly.
Sorry to cut you off, but that's a fucking problem in these
Dude.
high leverage situations. Like, it's a
Yep.
fucking problem.
He's
I mean, I know
he's
it's
too
not playoffs.
conservative. He's too conservative. We can be up 3 points and he'll try to run the rest of the clock out with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter instead of trying to go to put a touchdown up to put the game out of reach. I just don't understand his logic. I don't like his setup on defense as well either. A lot of teams run the ball on us because we got 2 linebackers out there. They no-name linebackers, and even when we got Bernard, he's a borderline
Hey,
of
now.
safety. So, like, I think ever since we let Tremaine Edmonds go, we've been subjective to the run a lot with injured Milano. So I know the Chiefs is going to put up points. I'm not expecting the Bills to blow them out or anything like that. I just think that this is going to be one of them games where fourth quarter, late drive, Josh break off a 20, 30-yard run, get us in field goal range, and we take the game. That's how I see it.
Can I just echo something D says, though?
About McDermott?
Mike, and I don't know about you, Mike, but I just hate the fucking construction and the drafting of the defensive players for the Bills. Like what he said about Bernard, like they're so fucking small at linebacker. Like it's noticeable on fucking TV. And they got lucky with Matt Milano, but Matt Milano bumped the fuck.
My thing with the Bills is they have every offseason, they never make a big effort to go get a defensive game changer. Like, that's what I wish they would do. Like, when Micah Parsons became available, they should have been all over that. When
the way Bean does it with the structure of how he do the team and the players, he'll never search for that defensive player that can be that because he don't want to pay that money, number one. And number two, they have faith in Sean McDermott's system that if they can just plug in decent players that they think they can hit home runs with that. I don't agree with it, but like this is what I've been seeing since he had the reign. So like I don't see that changing until they out of there. And I don't see us winning the Super Bowl until they're out of there as well. I don't think Sean McDermott is a Super Bowl winning coach. That's just the way I see it.
And D, can I echo something that just paints how bad this Bills defense is and why I'm going with the Chiefs? I actually was watching earlier in the year. I know he's out for the year, but I was watching to see if DeMar Hamlin was active because he helps with run support in a game. And when I'm worried about DeMar Hamlin's going to play or not, dude, that defense is not good enough. That's really
well. Honestly, me personally, I've been saying it since the beginning of the season. Before they ruled Hamlin out for the year, I never thought Cole Bishop earned the starting spot. He's horrible. On top of, we made probably the worst business decision ever in history of football, and I want the world to know why bring Tre'Davious White back. He's horrible. The guy is not fast. He's too small. I have seen him in one play get toasted, get burnt off the line, and then get mossed in the same play. Like, how do you do that?
Yep. Tedderell McMillan had a day against y'all. He was like the only one on offense who did anything for the Panthers last week, and it was because Tre'Davious White was on him.
Exactly. Every team that plays the Bills is going to attack Tre'Davious White,
and it's
they're
funny.
going to put up a lot of points.
So I was looking at because I cover the Panthers pretty well. I was looking at ways to like attack the Bills defense, and like one of the things that I was reading was that how ass you guys are at covering outside receivers. And I looked at the PFF grades for y'all's corners, and both your starting corners are like in the 80s, and there's only like 113 corners that they actually graded. So like you have like bottom quarter corners in the league right now, and you're going against Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy this week and trying to beat them. So
The thing that's why the over is the best play. But when it come down to these games, it's basically 15.
oh,
Where'd D go? D was cooking,
he
man.
was I
D
know
in
he
the
was
rhythm.
cooking. We just
Dude,
damn.
D was cooking. Okay, D, we got you. Okay, go on. You got cut off.
It comes down to Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen. But like what I see in Josh Allen is his mindset is different when he play against Patrick Mahomes, or if he's playing against Tua, or even Drake May. Like, they underestimated the Patriots, and Drake May and Stephon Diggs came here and they put the belt on us.
Yeah,
Which is kind of what I expected. I took a lot of heat that week because I picked the Patriots. But it's the reason why I picked the Patriots, because I knew that if you're going to put Stephon Diggs in front of Tre'Davious White, I don't care if he's 40. That looks like a 100-yard game, probably 2 touchdowns. That's just how I see it, And I honestly
Yeah.
think that Josh is going to get up for this game. I think Josh is going to show the world that he did deserve the MVP last year, So that's what I'm going with. I think the Bills pull it out. I think it's going to be a great game, probably going to be one that is going to be talked about for a long time. Like how these
I
teams
do
normally
too.
get together, it goes like that.
I knew
Sorry to
D was
interrupt
going
you.
to come on here and cook, but also
Yeah.
like before Mike goes, but also like let's talk about something on the offense. Not to belabor this game if you want to get to other games, but that's the prop mindset from D, the Tre'Davious White shit. You could tell someone who bets a lot of props. So like when we're talking about Tre'Davious White with all the shit in this game, but you want to know, speaking of prop mindset, and one prop Coop took this week from me was Keon Coleman unders. That's just an example of what D was saying, where like there's just not enough dogs in here, and sometimes I don't mean to make it simple. It's just I don't know, man. That's the last part about the Bills for me.
That leads me to my question a little bit. What do you think about Joe Brady?
I think he's a mid-tier coordinator.
Okay.
I'm not really like that high on him because it's a lot of plays that he called in certain situations, and I just don't understand. Like some of these plays I wouldn't even call, and I coach Little League, okay? So like it's like, I just certain things that he called I just can't get with, so I'm not like high on him. But I will keep him if I can get rid of McDumbass. Sean McDumbass has to go.
Okay. How is he after the half? Like how does he do in terms of halftime adjustments?
It don't look too good to me. It seems
Yeah.
like we come out
Okay.
and still make the same mistakes.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask is when he was with us in Carolina, we consistently had like the 32nd ranked offense in the third quarter. Like we were consistently bottom of the league every year when he was our offensive coordinator.
And that's why
I didn't hate Joe Brady that much. Like I thought he kind of got dogged when he got fired.
I think he gets away with certain things because if you have a quarterback like Josh Allen, sometimes the plays can break down and he can make a big play out of a horrible play call.
Yeah.
So I feel like Brady gets saved with some of that. On top of a lot of play calls that he called, even in the running game, are bad plays. James Cook is just having an unreal year, so he makes a move and it makes the play look good. But the play by design was horrible.
I will say he was brilliant against the Panthers. I will give Joe Brady full credit for that. He killed us. Like that was probably the best game I've seen him call.
No disrespect to all the Carolina fans, but it's the Panthers. He wasn't brilliant against a division foe. He let the Patriots do what the Patriots
our
did
run
to them.
defense
I can't give him credit for the Panthers game.
Our run defense. No, I think you should take a little bit. Our run defense had been like top of the league the last 3 weeks before that game. And Joe Brady just completely.
Mike, but the game.
I know, but I mean, but they were running it on us from the opening quarter. Like it's not like
that's because James Cook James Cook was able to fix some of the mistakes in the play calling. Like, if you look at the design of the play calling, it really sucks. It really
The
sucks
60-yard
when you're
touchdown
supposed
that
to run up the middle, he's sending it to the outside. Like,
the 60-yard
it's not
touchdown he
good.
had, the 60-yard touchdown he had was a run right up the middle. I think it was a counter. But no one was even in the same vicinity to go tackle James Cook because everyone was trying to stop the outside toss that Joe Brady had been killing us on for 2 quarters already. Like, you got to give him credit. I thought he was
No, that's
brilliant
not.
against
But
us.
that sounds like
That's
more of
play
a
calling.
mistake on Carolina and than
Yeah, yeah.
praise for
Not really. If
Brady.
you're trying to if you're trying to go stop the toss, that's the play call. That's the right that's the right read, and that's what they've
Yeah,
been killing us on the entire game.
but he called the counter after running 6 tosses. If you run the toss 6 times, the next
And you
play
got
call
like
is
100
automatically
yards
a
off of it.
counter.
We couldn't stop it. That
Well,
was the thing.
it might be a Panthers thing, Mike. It's just like
Yeah, it
Derek
might just be.
Brown.
Maybe we suck. I don't know. But we have been.
No,
look,
but Mike, Derek Brown was on the field the whole fucking game.
Mhm.
I mean, every time
That's what I'm
Dalton
saying.
had the ball, he gave it away. Like Derek Brown, like he's great, but there's only so much a 350-pound man can do. Like,
And that's the other thing too. Running tosses when you have Derek Brown in the middle of the defense is not a bad strategy.
No, it ain't.
Like,
It ain't.
so that's what I'm saying. I don't think Joe Brady is. He did great against us. That's all I'm trying to
Especially
say.
if he has to spend the whole fucking day in the heat, like because
Yeah.
Andy Dalton throws a fucking pick on like
Andy Dalton.
yeah,
Dude,
anyway.
listen, bro. I know you love Josh Allen, but Andy Dalton was your MVP of that game. I will never forgive him for that shit. Because I think if Bryce Young had played, that actually would have been a good game.
But it would have been a good game because there was a lot of mistakes made by the Bills coaching staff. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If you had Bryce Young, it would have been a way better game.
Yeah,
Everybody knows
McDermott.
Andy Dalton sucks. Andy Dalton
McDermott
sucks.
was bad. I will say, like, I mean, there was opportunities there on that your defense was allowing that I think if we just had a competent quarterback that the Panthers could have taken advantage of.
And see, like even though like I am on the Bills to win this week, but I do realize that also that we can come out there and be very undisciplined and get 20 penalties and lose the game as well. So, I look out for all of that type of stuff as well. It's just more of a gut feeling this week, for me. And so that's why I'm on the Bills. But even though I'm a Buffalonian, I'm a Bills Mafia representative, I do not bet the Bills every week. And it's partly due to coaching staff that I absolutely hate.
I D count up, but I want to ask D. I want to ask D about there was one thing. Oh, D's on like D hates CJ Stroud.
Really?
Yeah, but
dude,
he was kind of right when like he got D didn't get mad at me one day, but like he was like on Discord one day. He's like, it's fucking Baker. He's better than Stroud, and like literally, like Baker's just won the game, just being Baker. Yeah. Anyway,
look, I mean, I've been called a CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud is actually like a pretty good quarterback.
I think he's really good, but
like especially with how bad that team is or how bad that offense is.
Oh, why does D keep getting cut off? Okay, he's back. He had to re-enter. Thoughts on CJ Stroud? Keep getting cut off. Okay, he's back. Okay, he's back. We got one.
I like
CJ Stroud.
Like 30 people keep calling.
Okay, got it. Oh, D, you're getting called. Okay.
30 people keep calling.
We got you in the background now.
Oh, D, you're getting called. Okay. But okay, so yeah, back to that. And also too, like, right, it's like I judge teams that's supposed to be good by what you do in the playoffs. So I'm not really big on teams and what they do during the regular season, but I do have to pay attention to it because I'm a everyday prop bettor.
Yeah, well, that's saying the least.
So
I mean, if you're putting in WNBA tickets, if you're might be number one. If you're putting in WNBA tickets, D, who's calling me? Okay, D, we got put it on mute. Put it on mute. Okay, got you. I think D's gonna come back, but yeah, man.
I want to hear what he has to say about CJ Stroud.
I know. I think he's gonna shit on Stroud, but he seems like he was weathering his take, trying to like frame it with the playoffs. Seems like he was Okay, go on, D.
All right. Now, as far as the CJ Stroud thing. Hey, listen. The guy is absolutely horrible. There's no way around
No,
it. He's not good. He is
look,
not
bro.
good.
Okay.
Nowhere near. He sucks.
I have been arguing that Bryce Young is better than CJ Stroud for 3 years now. I will not say CJ Stroud sucks.
You won't?
I don't think he's that bad. Look at the offense that he has around him. He has no one blocking for him. He arguably has 3 of the 5 worst offensive linemen in football. I mean, his receivers go down like flies. Like, I mean, what does he have to work with? He doesn't have a good offensive coordinator. Like,
He's
okay,
the
he's not
reason.
top 5. I'll
He's the
give you that.
reason why his wide receivers go down. He throw hospital balls. He's not accurate. He don't use his legs enough. I feel like he should be way more mobile than what he gives us.
Did you watch him against the 49ers this week?
No, I had football games on. I had hockey. I had like 4 different TVs running. And I had like
he was fantastic. You should watch that game. I thought he was fantastic versus San Francisco.
But San Francisco is really battered right now. Like San Francisco is not.
But go watch it. I mean, they were pressuring him
in the last couple years.
I know,
really
but
battered.
And so is the Texans' offensive line. They were actually pressuring Stroud, and he was just throwing dimes the entire game. He did have a really good run in there too. Like, I'm telling you, I mean, that was one of the best games I've seen him play in a while.
But
now I do feel. Well, go ahead, Lawson.
Let me ask you a question. So you were going on to like the NBA bit where we only judge people based on the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So let's follow that NBA bit. What did you think about Stroud versus Herbert last year in the playoffs?
Well, first of all, I don't know. I don't want to just take, to say that he's not a quarterback. He shouldn't be a quarterback, but I'm not high on either one of those guys. Like, I feel like Herbert crumbles when it matters most. And I feel like CJ Stroud crumbles all year long. Like, cause seriously, I do understand what Mike is saying about, his offensive line being really beat up. But we praised him his rookie season when he did all of that, and his line was horrible. Yeah. They was worse than what they are now.
I'm with you there. Like, you can ask Lawson. I was saying that people were overrating CJ Stroud the entire year when he was a rookie, and I got absolutely killed for it.
Yep.
Now, let me ask you this. Where do you rank him 1 to 32?
Who, CJ Stroud?
Yeah.
After 20, for sure.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm being honest. He's not good to me. He's not accurate. He's not as mobile as he should be. Like, I would take any other young quarterback right now over him, honestly.
Would you take him over Caleb Williams?
No, because I feel like with Caleb Williams in certain situations, he can be good.
Would you take him over Bo Nix?
No way.
Okay, all right.
No way.
Really?
Anyways, I think he has him rated right. Like, because some people say Bo Nix is better than him.
Yeah, I know, but Bo Nix is very controversial.
Yeah. Bo Nix, he does make some mistakes from time to time. But if I have the ball with 2 minutes to go and we need a game-winning touchdown, I trust Bo Nix to drive us down the field and get that touchdown. I absolutely do not trust CJ Stroud at all. I mean, honestly, I feel like he'll come out and take 3 straight sacks and they have to punt the ball. I just don't.
He does take a lot of sacks. Stroud. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I think
I would take Stroud personally.
I'm not really as high on Trevor Lawrence because I feel like he had a few years to wow us and he hasn't yet. But I promise you, I will take Trevor Lawrence over CJ Stroud, and that's just how.
Oh, get the hell out of here, man! Come on, no, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is an interception and a miss waiting to happen.
Yeah, he's like. So, do you think Trevor Lawrence was ever in a decent situation, though?
I mean, not really, no. But you can make the same argument for Stroud.
There we go.
I've seen Trevor Lawrence way too many times have clean pockets, receivers wide open, and he misses it.
I have seen that as well. But in that same situation, you put CJ Stroud in there, and he throw a ball where his wide receiver end up getting cracked, and now he's out for the next year. So I'd rather take the incomplete pass than the hospital ball.
All right.
Any other bets, D?
Yeah, sorry, we went rogue there, but
Yeah,
I
no, it
got
was entertaining because he got on my ass about Stroud versus Baker. I mean, and then like Baker broke like 10 tackles to win the game. So like,
Yeah. Look,
sometimes you have to laugh, you have to let out a chuckle. If I
Yeah.
wasn't so cold like that week, I would have like laughed, but it wasn't too funny when he fucking barreled through like 10 Texans players. Like,
Yeah. I do have a few plays in NFL. Sometimes I make my final decisions on Sunday, so I don't have as many plays as I will have over the next 24 hours because I got my basketball and baseball and everything else going tonight. But
yeah,
I do
just don't play
have,
hockey.
yeah, I love hockey, bro. Like I love every sport. I'm I have like
yeah,
4 or 5 TVs going every day when I get home from work, and that's how my night ends. I watch some of everything, bro. Like, um,
You better
so
hope Buffalo transition to electric power. I mean, with how much they're charging people for electric in New York State now. So
not just electric taxes, everything is crazy here. Like they get us all the way around the board here. It sucks.
What's your
yo,
rent?
and we got
Brutal.
a
It's
state
brutal.
income tax. Like, I
It's
mean,
brutal.
Buffalo might even give you a fucking city tax. Like, don't like you might be getting that.
A neighborhood tax. They find taxes. When you look at your receipt, you
They
can
make
see
taxes
extra
up.
taxes.
What's your rent?
Anyway,
I'm curious.
Huh?
I have one more game I want to talk about, but what's your rent?
2K.
Oh,
Oh
live
my
in the
god!
townhouse.
And fucking, no offense, but
Oh,
no
man.
offense, no offense, because I lived in fucking Rome, New York. Okay, so no offense, but 2K for rat in
For
fucking
one?
Buffalo.
For one?
bro.
For one?
Say it again.
You pay 2K for one person?
For rent?
Yeah. Like how
No,
many people you got?
you saying
Is
like
it
rent for my home?
yeah, like is it one person or two?
No, it's me. I got my whole family, my kids, everything.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
still,
All
it's
right.
a lot for rat in
Yeah,
Buffalo. But
I
he's
got
got
four.
like,
I got 4 kids, bro.
Okay. All right. We're good. Yeah. All
so
right.
it has to be a big house, but also like 2K's kind of steep in Buffalo, Mike. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
been.
I moved to the suburbs though now, Lawson. So it's kind
Oh,
of
the
like,
suburbs there are really fucking nice.
yeah,
Better
yeah.
because
I live in the townhomes now, so out in the suburbs. So you're trying to get the kids a better life, you know.
oh, dude, because and like I was about to say, like 2K inner city Buffalo, like they should be paying you to fucking live there. And no offense against Buffalo, I like it, but they just let those like it just, dude, like honestly, man, like Rochester's like I've been to like I live in fucking Brazil. I'll tell you what, and I've been all across this country. Being in like the downtown Rochester, I was the only time in my life like I did not fucking feel safe.
See, well, and that's I grew up in the inner city of Buffalo, where it's kind of like it's really rough, like so. It is certain challenges that presents itself that we have to get through, but I'm here though, so I ain't got
No,
nothing to
you're
complain
here.
about.
You're here, and we're good, and you're surviving the cold. All right. Any other bets? I was just about to say, I thought for a second D was, but 2K's a lot, and he has to eat that fucking house for the kids.
yeah.
Like, that's fucking a lot.
Got to do
That's
it,
a
brother.
check
Got to
right
do
there.
it.
That's fucking a lot. All right, go on.
All
One
right,
game I've seen people ask about it. But Panthers Packers. I have Packers to win and cover. Carolina's offensive line is in shambles. 4 of our 5 starters from last week are either questionable or out for this game. Like the offensive line is an absolute shit show right now. But like I said, I wouldn't bet it simply because we've seen Bryce Young kill our spreads before. And if the Packers if they let a last minute comeback happen, this will bite us in the ass.
Like the Cardinals.
Yes, exactly. The Cardinals. I think Packers first half might be in play here. That might be a good one again, but
What
I
is
would
it?
not bet the full game. I don't know. I imagine it's like 6.5 or 7.
Got you. All right, D. What are you?
I have one play on that game that I like, and that's the first quarter over because I think Green Bay scored twice in the first quarter.
What's the
And
over?
that's all I'm willing to bet.
I don't know about that.
Over in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was like 9.5 last time I checked. Hold on.
They give you 9.5.
Really? 9? That's it?
Yeah, that's
okay,
what it was 9.5.
For first quarter, it
No, yeah, I actually really like that because the Panthers, I mean, they love giving up points in the first quarter. Like they'll turn it over and then the other team will just go and score in 2 plays. And really, Canales' first quarter play calling has not been bad. It's just they have a turnover that kills us every time, and then the other team gets points.
Oh no, it didn't went down to 7.5. I'm gonna smash that.
Yeah, that's boy.
7.5 for the first quarter. That's easy.
Is that just the team total, or is that
No, that's the total points out of both teams.
okay? Just confirming. Yeah,
All you need
I
is
got
a
about that.
touchdown and a field goal to go over that. I see that happening.
Because Mike, we both know LaFleur has a good game script. And
Yeah, and this is a game
against bad teams. They always score in like the first 2 drives.
and this is a team that this is an offense that Evero tends to struggle against.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But I like any other bets, Steve.
Yes, I got to go against you guys on one. I like the Bears money line.
Fair enough.
I'm not against that.
I don't want no
I'm not
injured
against that.
Joe Flacco.
I'm just against like the spread in that because like for me, like going to spread in that game is like kind of pointless for me because
I think I don't even think the spread is going to matter. Like, I'm not a fan of Cincinnati coaching either. I feel like you don't get me started on him, it's gonna be another rant like Sean McDumbass. I feel like they're in the same boat. And I like what the Bears is doing coaching wise. I like that a little better. And I feel like
that's
injured Joe Flacco at that
fair.
age, he's okay, but he's not nothing that we should be writing home about. Like he's not.
Yeah, and Johnson going against that defense, like that has to concern you, right? If you're betting the Bengals,
it has to.
I didn't get why, and I didn't get why Lauren was so high on that.
I also, guys, I mentioned this. D, it might have moved by now. And also Bet 365 is fucking dirty. I know D uses another one, but Bet 365. Yeah.
Hard Rock for me.
Like they give you more options, but also like one thing Bet 365 did was dirty because I saw in other books like I did like just taking like the factors out of the play and just going Bears over the 26.5. It was like plus like it was like minus 110 and just like settling there for the bet if you needed to do it. But then Bet 365 only gives you like the over 27.5. So
they raised it up a little bit. Yeah.
Fucking nasty. Yeah.
Anyways,
I agree there. Next bet.
I like the Lions minus the 8.5. I think they're gonna blow them.
Totally with you.
I like the Cowboys and Cardinals over, and I like Dallas to win. I like as far as props, I have a few props I want to get out.
Go on, get out some props.
James Cook, 80 rushing yards is a given. Kareem Hunt, anytime touchdown is a given.
What's the D? Sorry to cut you off. Did they lower what's the Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown? Did they lower it?
I'm about to see right now.
Oh, because they might have lowered it because Pacheco's out, but I still like the Kareem Hunt, even with Pacheco playing. Like
even
I feel
with
like
Pacheco, if they get to the goal line, it's automatic. They're going to give Hunt at least a try or two at all times.
I feel like Hunt's running better than he did like fucking 3 years ago. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I agree.
They got it at plus 110 right now on my book.
That's fucking good. Now that Pacheco's out. All right, next spot.
Okay, I like Caleb Williams to get at least 250 passing yards this week against that defense.
Oh,
that's a lot.
That's fine. That's fine.
I like Sonic and Knuckles to get the score. So Montgomery and Gibbs to both score this week.
I can't disagree. I mean, the odds are probably
the game plan is going to be to run the ball. So the trap in that game, as far as prop wise, would be Jared Goff with his passing because it's not going to have many passing attempts. The way they're going to win is they're going to run the ball down their throat, and they're going to do it with both running backs.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it might be better just bet the yardage rather than the touchdown. I don't know how you feel about that, but I would much rather ride it out with that.
When it come down to them two and it come down to yardage, I would do Gibbs. But Montgomery, I feel more safer with the touchdown because, again, it's like a Kareem Hunt situation. If they get in the red zone, he's going to get a couple whacks at it to try to get that touchdown.
Yep,
and then with Gibbs, he can take one from all the way down from the 1 yard line and take it. So,
yo, and don't you guys kind of feel like maybe this was just my perception during the Bengals game? and maybe even the Bucks game, because I know we all had the Lions against the Bucks. Am I the only one who kind of feels like Montgomery's getting sympathy touches at this point, or am I being dramatic?
Because what it is normally they were doing kind of like a 55-45 split. But Gibbs is so dynamic that they had to bump it up to 65. They had to. So if they get a lead or they get comfortable, they'll ride Montgomery just to try to make it up to him, just to keep him around because they like the 1-2 punch. But for sure, Gibbs is going to get 65% of the running back work from here on out because he's too explosive to have on the sideline. You just can't do it.
T, let me ask you a question. Actually, and Mike, I want your opinion too. Since we kind of went left here, but I'm curious about this. Bijan Robinson or Jahmyr Gibbs?
I feel like Bijan Robinson can be the best player in the league in the right situation. I feel like with Bijan Robinson, especially this year, showing us that he can line up at wide receiver as well when they put Algier in the backfield. I feel like with his physical, I just think he's better physically. Gibbs is faster. He might get you a couple more explosive plays, but if you ride Bijan through the course of a game, he can end up close to 200 yards all purpose with just 10, 15-yard gashes over and over and over again. As opposed to Gibbs, when he do get up to them high numbers, he has to have that 60-yard, 70-yard play, in order to get him up over that hump. So I would take Bijan, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure people are writing Gibbs in the chat, but the problem Bijan has is that he plays for Atlanta. Like that's where he's that's where he's getting screwed over. Like if you put Bijan on the Lions, look, if you put Bijan on the Lions, he's gonna do exactly what Gibbs is doing. I mean, Bijan Robinson, he is such an underrated. His contact balance, I feel like, is so underrated, and he can make some of the best catches you will ever see out of the backfield. He genuinely, I feel like, could play as slot receiver and be fine. He's a very good player. He just doesn't get the opportunities, and he doesn't get schemed up like he should be.
Well, and then also you have to realize the difference as well. With Detroit, it's a lot of people over there that can beat you. A lot of people that got to get the ball. When you go to play against Atlanta, you keying in on one player, and that's Bijan Robinson.
Right.
The quarterback play sucks.
Yeah, and they stacked the box a ton. You ever watch a Falcons game? How much they stacked the box against Bijan?
Because they know if they could limit his explosive plays, the Atlanta's not going to get too many other ones. You may get one or two from Drake London, but my problem with Drake London is he'll make a play, catch the ball, and then now he's hobbling for the rest of the game. He hurt, so it's like it's no good. Kyle Pitts,
I honestly
he's just
don't
not
have
what he was supposed to be.
I was just thinking about this week. I just wanted to hear other people.
Now I will say for fantasy, I will take Gibbs. In fantasy,
you take Gibbs?
In fantasy, yeah, absolutely.
I will only take Gibbs in fantasy because you can get him later on in the round, whereas a Bijan, you got to get him first or second pick. So
yeah, then that's what I mean.
That's the only reason why I would go Gibbs.
I think Bijan's one of the top scoring players in fantasy this year, but I'm saying in terms of value, where you look at where each of them is taken, I would take Gibbs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can get Gibbs in the round one, but Bijan Robinson, you have to have a top two pick.
He was I think the second player taken this year.
Yep.
But
any other?
Yeah, I'll take
next
Bijan.
year. You got to come join the fantasy league, brother.
Yeah, I know, Mike. Sorry, I haven't done my roster in 3 weeks, but I've had 5 injuries. I'll do my roster. I paid, so anyways, yeah.
Yeah, next year get me in there. I'm there.
Yeah, no. Mike,
I had posted it in the Discord. I had a couple spots left, but Lawson, Dave, and the Wiz, they came and snatched them up.
All right.
Next year,
you got another call.
Jesus Christ, bro. Next year I'm going to try to start one, and I'm going to try to keep it in our Discord. Maybe with just one of my brothers that just arrived here. I might let him in, but for the most part, I want to have one that's through the Discord with mostly people from the Discord in there. So next year I'm going to have a league specifically for the Discord. So I'll make sure I try to get in contact with you so I can get you added in there.
And
cool,
what are your other bets before we go?
So I can get you added in there.
What are your other bets?
I like I said the Cowboys and Cardinals over. I like Dallas to win. I like Tyrone Tracy for 100 rushing and slash receiving yards because
Oh,
I don't know which way he's going to get it. So I'd rather just combine it and take the 100 and just because he's going to get it. Scatterbull turned out to be a really solid player. So even when Tracy got healthy, it wasn't enough touches for him to show what he can actually do. And if you remember last year, Tracy had a few good games to show that he can be a starting running back in this league. So I'm expecting him to return to that same dominance.
no disagreement here. Next one. Keep hitting
And
them.
one more I got one more play I got for the NFL. I got the Saints to cover the 14.5. I know it's going to be unpopular, but that's where I'm at.
What you
That's
said?
not crazy.
What Michael Mann said about Sean McVay fucking around? We're getting feedback, but I'll let you have the last word. Thanks for coming on, Dean. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll be available next week too. So just give me a shout. I'll be ready.
Come on. Yeah, we gotta get you out next week. All right, D, I'll let you go.
Yeah, I'll head out too.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, guys, I'll let you guys go. Good show. I'm gonna use the bathroom, then I'm gonna post the bets on Patreon. Probably about an hour on Patreon. But yeah, no, and Angela, that's a tough fucking break. That's a tough fucking break. Missing out on a yard on D Henry. That's a fucking tough break. You were ambitious though, going to 120 all. All right, guys, hit the like button, share the video. What's up, Steve? What's up, Love? Teasing Panthers to 14.5. Yeah, I be cautious there. I would have asked Michael Mann that, but all right, guys, have a good one. Good show.